Yo, what's happening, game world? Welcome to another urban gameplay countdown list, and in this video I'm going to be reflecting on my top 5 N64 racing games of all time. When the Nintendo 64 initially launched, it had something that other consoles at the time didn't have. It had a controller with an analog stick, and as simple as it sounds, this definitely changed the face of gaming. While most games benefited from the analog stick, racing games in particular got a massive boost since drivers had the ability to use the analog stick to maneuver their vehicles around the track and through environments. Some developers really took advantage of this feature by creating some amazing games for the Nintendo 64. I must say that all the developers certainly rose to the occasion when the Nintendo 64 initially came out with the analog stick. They knew they had the more opportunity to provide gamers with fun and experience, and they extremely delivered on all fronts. Because of that, this is the era of racing games that I certainly enjoyed. Gamers still look back at this time in point when the Nintendo 64 was out, and they definitely say that most of the best racing games came from this period. So enough chit chat, let's look at my top 5 N64 racing games of all time. Taking position number 5 is Beetle Adventure Racing. Now, I look at this game as one of the most underrated and not so popular games on the Nintendo 64 in terms of a racing game title. This game was extremely fun and definitely one of those titles that I'm surprised that so many people haven't actually played. Basically, the Volkswagen Beetle takes center stage with the Beetle Adventure Racing. You could choose from a variety of Volkswagen Beetles including lowriders and rally bug. The game includes 6 single player tracks and 9 multiplayer tracks and offers a 2-player split screen mode and a 4-player battle mode. Along with zipping around the track, you can also use the wild nitro boost and make death-defying jumps. All in all, this is definitely a fun game that I enjoyed thoroughly back on the N64. Taking position number 4 is FZero X. Speed is certainly the name of the game when it comes to FZero X, and you basically race around the track in a rocket-powered hover car. While most racing games only pit players against a few other racers, in FZero X you basically go up against 29 other vehicles, which I found was phenomenal. The game includes 30 different cars, 24 tracks, and a variety of various modes which keep you entertained for hours up on end. Game modes include GP race, time attacks, versus battle, and death races. This is certainly one of the greatest games of all time on the N64 in terms of racing games. Obviously it's at position 4, but it's still a phenomenal game. Taking position number 3 is 1080 Snowboarding. Now, I don't care what anyone says, obviously this is not a car racing game, but nonetheless this racing game definitely deserves to be mentioned amongst all the top racing games on the Nintendo 64. To me, 1080 Snowboarding proves that you don't need a car to enjoy a cool racing experience in a game. The game has 6 courses, close to 30 tricks, and 2 bonus stunt modes. I remember playing this game for hours up on ends back on the N64, certainly one of my favourite games and definitely number 3 on my list. With all those head-to-head battles that me and my cousins used to have back in the days, this game definitely brings back some hot memories, and obviously people that's already played this game or know about 1080 Snowboarding can definitely relate how epic this game actually is. Taking the number 2 position, which a lot of people would say is controversial, is Mario Kart 64. Something that no one can deny, that Mario Kart 64 is certainly an all-time epic driving game. A follow-up to the Super Nintendo classic, Mario Kart 64 featured all the top Nintendo characters, which include Mario, Bowser, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong, along with various power-ups including turtle shells and invincible stars. The game has a single-player and multiplayer modes which will keep you entertained for hours up on end. In the single-player mode, you will definitely fight to sabotage your computer-generated opponents. In multiplayer mode, you can race up to 4 of your friends in your home. Back in the days, this game definitely kept me and my friends, all my family members, entertained for hours up on end. Trust me, this is a top game and certainly one of the greatest racing games of all time, not just on the Nintendo 64. Taking position number 1 is Diddy Kong Racing. Controversial, I know, as many Mario Kart fans will definitely be saying that Mario Kart is the finest racing game to grace the N64, but for me, I was such a massive Diddy Kong Racing fan and found it more entertaining personally. Released back in 1997, Nintendo loaded Diddy Kong Racing with up to 30 courses inside of 5 worlds. Player races, defeat bosses, collect items and win trophies. That was certainly the name of the game. Strategy is a big part of this game, so if you're looking for a simple game that just runs around the track, Diddy Kong Racing certainly is not that type of game. If you're looking for a fun racing game that challenges you on all fronts, this is a perfect game. For me, Diddy Kong Racing hands down was my favorite game in terms of racing games on the Nintendo 64. Please drop in the comment below what you thought your favorite racing game on N64 was, and we could definitely deliberate over it. Anyway peeps, thanks for taking the time out to watch yet again another urban gameplay video. We obviously checked out my top 5 Nintendo 64 racing games of all time. As I said before, do let me know what your favorite racing game on the Nintendo 64 was in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Until next urban gameplay video, peace out peeps.